Again, me again. Now we're going to the second stage. So I'm gonna do add code. Just go down because the first stage of all the software have been downloaded. Then we're gonna make some more comments up here. So first we can import the oops, globe module, which is used to find path names, a specific pattern. Like if you see here, they also driver sheet and driver 51, but have been changed about in recent years, like different vehicles or been on different cars, and I've been like driver 251 or that stuff, rented a car, so my driver might number might change. So this is to help for that. Any mod for like to handle different sheet numbers, we go for it because I'm right now on sheet number 45 of my job, so that's me downloading the software right now. And put globe. Now since we downloaded that, now we have to define user. So I'm making loads of notes up if anybody actually sees this. Don't understand it, my notes might be useful. And I'm using, which way Dr. Michael says, snake cases, basically lower letters, non-capital. So when you be going back and forward, it might screw up. But this is just the notes I'm writing. Like I said, on my driver sheet may have a different number of weeks. Like I'm on week 45, but all begins with driver sheet, and currently I'm driver 51. So it doesn't have to be exact, like exactly like driver sheet 45, sheet 44. That'd be too much to write in all the exact names. That'd be cause another problem. We want to make sure there be no mistakes. The pattern consistency, not exact words we can be following. That's what I'm trying to explain here. We're just gonna be partial file. Let's do it now. Enter the code in. It has automatically wrote it in, but for this subject, I'm not allowed to use AI. I'm best thing like a driver is a capital D, so that might mistake it. Want to make sure it's all going correctly in. And that was also meant to be that. Let's double check contact driver sheet drive. This is why I need this because my neurodivergent dyslexia makes me do small errors. And if I'm actually doing line by line all this data when we get to just one sheet, there'll be lots of errors. Now the second part we're going to be doing using globe to read order files, not just one file. That matches the input pattern we entered. Like I said, it's partial, not consistent. When I'm trying to type notes for this dissertation, I'm trying to talk less, so be less mistakes. Do one thing at a time. Like when I was at assessment, the first assessment, when I tried to do both, with too much mistakes coming out. So write them, make the notes. Now just like read all the PDF files is automatically trying to make the code as correct, but basically for this assessment you have to do all manually. You can't just say click click. I think this one's supposed to be. Let's see, go to the next page. Now we want to say print the execute. Print means execute. Which files were found? But you have to be careful. Like that code was wrong because we want to say read one at a time. It might tend to crash. Read everything at one go, and that'd be not good. It'd be too much to handle. That this should not be happening, but it is happening. These errors. Like again, I explained for a neurodivergent dyslexia dysphagia person, that should not. That's why I need this. So it could be done properly and get rid of this. That's why I'm also writing notes up so my condition doesn't affect what's happening. This will show me all the list basically that's processed. And that's mainly the heading. And that is a fern. only manually to see if the correct things are getting them processed. If it's not just picking up a random file might not belong to my weekly invoice. And I'd press return but it automatically went here. You could do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take 4 places. If I went in, it would confuse the Python code of the function we want to do a print. Plus if it works or crashes, it crashed. Now let's see what did we do wrong. I could start all over this video again, but I want to you learn from your mistakes and show you why a person like me, I'm repeating myself, needs it. And here was it. See that line there, that was a dot that confused it and it showed me here. Now it should work. Yes, it did work. This shows you why an individual like me needs it. It has gone through, but it's not like alphabetical order, but it's like 24 to 23. It starts the PDF file to 45. But this has worked, and I've put loads of notes down and have explained why a person like me will need it and why I go slowly because of this function. Basically, this helps me to do the function. And right now I wrote it all, so I'll be notes at the same time, but I'll be trying to summarize it so no is globe is mainly just to find a pattern, a unique style of name, a pathway name. Doesn't have to be exact, like driver sheet has changed all these numbers. Input one as this is just defining the variable, and the variable is driver sheet driver. And the asterisk is basically wildcard driver number might change or machine number might change. So like these characters have to be precise, but the rest might change. And then this is just to find all the pathway matching the pattern list. It does it, but this is to double check. Media header here, file matching them, input driver sheet, input globe there. Then the if function was just for the loop to be array each path and show me so I could double check. And that was correct the second time, not the first time, but that's why I need this again iterating for file to file. And I'm also now each time I do this I'm gonna save it so this information will not be lost. Thank you so much. But I just realized something when I'm saving it. I forgot to write stage 2 on the notes. So we know what's what. So I'm going to save again. And right here, Stage 2 on the video.